you so much for being here, and we'll go ahead and get started in about 2 minutes. Enjoy the show, everyone.
Once upon a time, in a kingdom far away, there lived a lovely little girl who smiled throughout the day. Her name was Cinderella, and there was no child more joyful in the land. Then one day her mother died, and Cinderella's father took her hand. "We will plant a tree," he said, "and when you're full of doubt and fear, bring your tender heart beneath this tree, and Mother will be here." Several years had come and gone when Cinderella's father died. The broken-hearted child ran to her mother's tree and cried and cried. Her tears fell down upon the earth and made the tree to grow. And to this day, when she is sad, both tree and mother know. Now you can go wherever you want to go. To do.
So, Grace, the butcher certainly was chatty with you today.
He had pork on sale. Pork isn't all he was pitching.
The butcher's wife never goes hungry.
I'd rather starve. That'll be the day.
Oh, will you just look at that hat? I simply must try it on. Oh, where is that girl? How long can it take to wrap a salmon? Cinderella, wait here while we finish our shopping.
Yes, stepmother.
Have you ever seen a slower girl in your life? Hey, who you calling slow? Not you, stupid. Her. Oh. Hey, who you calling stupid?
The sweetest sounds I'll ever hear are still inside my head. The kindest words I'll ever know are waiting to be said. The most entrancing sight of all is yet for me to see, and my dearest love in all the world is waiting somewhere for me, is waiting somewhere for me.
The sweetest sounds I'll ever hear are still inside my head. The kindest words I'll ever know are waiting to be said. The most entrancing sight of all is yet for me to see, and the dearest love in all the world is waiting somewhere for me, is waiting somewhere for me.
Did not. Not
So much squabbling, girls. Remember, restraint above all else. So, Joy, Master Boxhorn certainly gave you the hairy eyeball.
He's too short.
What he lacks in height, he makes up for in cash.
But you said no girl should marry for money.
No, I said marry for money only. Anyway, that is when you were younger, dear.
The sweetest sounds I'll ever hear are still inside my head.
The
The kindest words I'll ever
me, miss. Are you all right? I'm so sorry. Please forgive me.
I do. I mean,
What's your name?
what's yours?
You know, I really think names are overrated. I mean, what's in a name?
Exactly.
Well, it was nice bumping into you.
Oh, you're very kind.
Everyone deserves to be treated with kindness and respect.
Gangway coming through, royal business.
Lionel, yikes.
Look lively, move it or lose it. Hear ye, a royal proclamation, hear ye all. Oh, this will be of special interest to ye. The prince is giving a ball.
What?
The prince is giving a ball.
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 His Royal Highness Christopher Rupert, Windermere Vladimir, Carl Alexander, Francois Reginald, Lancelot Herman. Herman Gregory James is giving a ball.
He's giving a ball. He's giving a ball. The prince is giving a ball. Let me see one of those.
Oh, well, imagine running into you here.
You're not gonna tell my mom, are you?
You know I got your back, Your Highness. Here, read it and weep.
Every eligible young maid in the kingdom is hereby commanded to attend for introduction to the prince. Lionel, what's this all about?
Do I look like the social director?
Of course, I should have known. This has my mother written all over it. The prince is giving a ball.
His Royal Highness Christopher Rupert, son of Her Majesty Queen Constantina, Charlotte Ermintrude, Guinevere Maisie, Marguerite Anne is giving a ball.
The royal steward, what news does he bring?
They've spread the news from far and wide.
The prince is giving a ball.
They say he wants to find a bride.
May find one at the ball.
If only he'd propose to me.
Why shouldn't he propose to me?
Just leave the hair and clothes to me.
The prince is giving a ball.
Cinderella, hurry home with those packages. I want that salmon on ice before it stinks.
Yes, stepmother.
Now, if you please, their majesties request your finest silk,
My best brocade in every shade.
and lace as white as milk. Surely you'll need a side of ham and lots of beef fillets,
Marbleized steaks, a rack of lamb.
and veal you raise to braise. Limburger cheese and gourmandise. Chunks of Swiss in barrels, please make sure that it's wholly too. Pudding and pies and rum souffle, succulent chocolate rounds,
Cream puffs and can chew away.
to gain some royal pounds.
The prince is giving
a ball. The prince is giving a ball.
6,000 plums.
Wintermere, Vladimir, Carl Alexander,
Raspberry, blueberry, strawberry, gooseberry.
Francois Reginald, Lancelot,
Son of Her Majesty, Queen Upside Down Cake, chocolate and candy. King Maximilian, Godfrey Radisson, Leopold Sidney. Frederick John is giving up all.
The prince is giving up all.
Come on, come on!
The prince is giving a ball. The prince is giving a ball. Cinderella, you let the fire go out. It's cold enough to hang meat in here.
Well, close the door, Cinderella. Duh.
Now you listen and you listen good. We have exactly 1 week until the ball, and I do not plan to waste this opportunity. You two will be the loveliest, most well-spoken and vivacious maidens at that ball, if it's the last thing I do. Am I understood?
Yes, Mother.
Good. Just imagine the prince asking for my daughter's hand in marriage.
Which daughter's that, I wonder?
I'm younger, more appealing.
The oldest marries first.
That's an old wives' tale.
Why do you think there's so many old wives running around?
Girls, don't start.
Mother, Cinderella simply refuses to close that door. But I just...
Hold your tongue and do as you're told. Now, once and for all, close that door.
Have you ever seen a lazier girl in your life?
Who you calling lazy?
You want a piece of me?
Enough. Now sit, my daughters. We need to have a talk. Not you. I want to talk to my real daughters. You tend that fire and serve us some tea.
Yes, stepmother.
I want some crumpets with my tea.
Like I don't. Crumpet, Cinderella.
Coming right up.
My darlings, I cannot stress strongly enough how imperative it is that you make a proper impression upon the prince. You know I will not be around forever to care for you.
Why not?
Yeah, where are you going?
What I mean to say is that I do not intend to spend the rest of my life slaving away in this house. Cinderella, the tea! I have devoted my entire life to your comfort and well-being. Is it asking too much that I spend my golden years in a cottage by the sea?
And leave us here?
Alone?
Not alone, with husbands. You know the funds your stepfather left will not last forever, and money does not grow on trees.
I know that. It comes in the bank.
And how do you suppose it gets into the bank?
The banker goes and gets it from, well, wherever it does grow, but not on trees.
Money doesn't grow anywhere. It's inherited, which is precisely why I'm determined to see each of you married within the year. So it's either you make a proper impression upon the prince, or it's back to the butcher and Master Boxhorn. Am I understood?
Yes, Mother.
Good. Just imagine me, the mother of a princess. Now come along, girls, enough excitement for one day. It's time you get your beauty rest, and Lord knows you can use it.
Here you go, fresh baked
Not
crumpets
now,
and-
Cinderella. We're going to nap. Have dinner prepared when we wake. Smoke the salmon.
Bake the bread.
Poach the pears.
And Cinderella, close that door.
Alone at last. Oh, it's all right. The coast is clear. Charles, will you be joining us? Well, I have a surprise. Yes, for you too. Crumpets, if you please. There's enough for everyone. Now share. So, how was your day? Same old, huh? Yeah, me too. Cinderella, the packages. Cinderella, the tea. Cinderella, the door. How can 3 grown women be so helpless? Well, I guess that's what I get for letting them walk all over me. as a mouse. No offense. When I hear a command, I obey. But I know of a spot in my house where no one can stand in my way. In my own little corner, in my own little chair, I can be whatever I want to be. On the wing of my fancy, I can fly anywhere, and the world will open its arms to me. I'm a young Norwegian princess or a milkmaid. I'm the greatest prima donna in Milan. I'm an heiress who has always had her silk made by her own flock of silkworms in Japan. I'm a girl, men go mad for love's a game I can play with a cool and confident kind of air. Just as long as I stay in my own little corner, all alone in my own little chair. Well, I can be whatever I want to be. I'm a thief in Calcutta, I'm a queen in Peru, I'm a mermaid dancing upon the sea. I'm a huntress on an African safari. It's a dangerous type of sport, and yet it's fun. In the night I sally forth to seek my quarry, and I find I forgot to bring my gun. I am lost in the jungle all alone and unarmed when I meet a lioness in her lair. Then I'm glad to be back in my own little corner, all alone in my own little chair. What's this? You want me to read it to you? Okay. All eligible young maidens are commanded to attend for introduction to the prince. All eligible young maidens? That means me! I'm going to the ball! I am in the royal palace of all places. I am chatting with the prince and king and queen. And the color on my two stepsisters' faces is a queer sort of sour apple green. But wait, I don't have anything to wear. Why are you... Oh, of course. The dress Mother wore the night she met Father. He said she was the most beautiful girl he'd ever seen. Oh, it's wonderful. I'll have to take up the hem a little bit. Maybe a blue sash. Oh, it's going to be perfect. La 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 la. Oh, how can I wait a whole week? I'm the belle of the ball in my own little corner, all alone in my own little chair.
Fine father you are. You never worry about him.
What's wrong with him?
He isn't happy.
Of course he is.
If he's happy, why doesn't he get married?
If he's happy, why should he get married? Oh, it's no use trying to get these zipped. They'll just have to do as is.
Don't be ridiculous. You look like 5 pounds of flour in a 2-pound sack. The royal tailor will just have to make you a new suit.
But the suit is in perfect shape.
No one is questioning the shape the suit is in, darling.
Mother, what is the meaning of this?
Doesn't
Darling.
anybody in this house knock?
Darling, we were just to you.
Your mother was talking. I was listening.
And where have you been in that costume?
Why wasn't I consulted about this ball that I'm supposedly giving?
Oh, darn, you found it. It was supposed to be a birthday surprise. Well, surprise.
It's 3 months until my birthday. And since when does a birthday require the attendance of every eligible young man in the kingdom?
What? Let me. Well, you know those royal printers, they never get anything right.
Mom, I want this ball called off immediately.
But darling, it's impossible to cancel once you've got the ball rolling.
Then you can just count me out.
Your Highness. Look, Chris, we don't want to pressure you, but you do have certain obligations.
What your father's trying to say is that it's time to choose a bride and produce an heir. After all, someday soon this kingdom will be yours.
Not that soon.
I long to hear the pitter-patter of little feet on the marble again.
All I'm asking is to find a bride for myself in my own time. I guess I have this old-fashioned idea that I want to fall in love before I get married, like you did.
That's what we want for you too, son.
Of course it is, darling. Well, thank goodness that's all settled. Now, I've prepared a short guest list for your approval.
You haven't heard a word I've said.
Family and close friends, darling. Terribly intimate.
Your Majesties, Your Highness, I couldn't help overhearing, and I probably shouldn't interfere.
Probably.
But perhaps we can reach a royal compromise.
Compromise?
What do you think this is, a democracy?
What sort of a compromise, Lionel?
Well, let's say you go along with the ball,
I'm loving this idea so far.
and if you meet the girl of your dreams, great.
Lionel, you're brilliant. Okay, I'll do it. But if I don't meet the right girl at the ball, you'll let me fall in love in my own time.
But
And with no interference. Dad?
Well, it does have a certain logic to it.
of course, darling, if that's the way you want it, that's the way it shall be.
Thank you. Both.
You know, son, there's only one way to find the girl of your dreams.
What's that?
Dumb luck. Let's just hope it runs in the family.
Love you guys.
Don't worry, Your Majesties. He'll meet the right girl at the ball. I can just feel it in my bones.
You'll feel it in your bones if he doesn't.
I hear that.
Max, suppose he doesn't find the right girl at the ball. What then?
Then he'll meet her somewhere else. Isn't that the way it always happens? Boys and girls like you and me walk beneath the skies. They love just as we love, with the same dream in their eyes. Songs and kings and many things have their day and are gone. But boys and girls like you and me, we go on and on.
They walk on every village street. They walk in lanes where branches meet, and stars send down their blessings from the blue. They go through storms of doubt and fear, and so they go from year to year, believing in each other as we do.
Bravely marching forward 2 by 2. Boys and girls like you and me walk beneath the skies. They love just as we love, with the same dream in their eyes. Songs and kings and many things have their day
royals like you and me. We go on and on.
So, tell me why you disappeared again this morning after I've begged you not to.
I had a remarkable day. No one treated me like a prince. I was just a normal person.
A normal person? You know what? Normal people. Not all they're cracked up to be. I'm a normal person, and doesn't that tell you anything? They're all out there, wishing they could be you.
Because they don't know what it's really like.
Get off the robe. Look, you're rich. You live in a gorgeous palace. You've got every woman in the kingdom throwing herself at you. Is there something I'm not getting?
I have no life of my own. Everything gets decided for me. You should know that better than anyone else. Always hanging over me like a cloud. Everywhere I go, everything I do. I mean, get a life.
I got a life, and it's you. I'm your royal steward, and I'm telling you, this disappearing act has got to stop. It's too dangerous.
I was careful.
Not you, me. I can't keep lying to your mother about where you are. They've got laws against that or something. What say we slip into something a little less comfortable? There we are.
The most entrancing sight of all is yet for me to see, and the dearest love in all the world is waiting somewhere for me, is waiting somewhere. The sweetest sounds I'll ever hear are still inside my head. The kindest words I'll ever know are waiting to be said. The most entrancing sight of all is yet for me to see.
And the dearest love in all the world is waiting somewhere for me.
Waiting somewhere.
Waiting somewhere.
Waiting somewhere.
Tonight, my girls will be the envy of everyone at the ball.
Do you really think so, Mother?
She said so, didn't she?
Why, our family has always been known for its fascinating women. Why, I might have married a prince myself if I had the advantages you've had. If I had someone to push me around like you girls do, someone to sacrifice everything for me. So, tell me, Grace, what will you say when you meet the prince?
Well, you said it's shown that there's more to me than mere beauty, so I'm gonna recite a poem.
Poetry? Boring.
Is not so.
Not so much bickering, so little time. For heaven's sake, Grace, stop scratching yourself.
You know I can't help it. I get itchy when I'm nervous.
Poppycock. Now, Joy, what will you say to make an impression upon the prince?
I've been cultivating my naturally infectious laughter.
As if.
The prince's every witty remark will be met with peals of delighted laughter.
Joy, I beg of you, whatever you do, do not snort at the prince. Remember, girls, the clever bride hides her flaws
Until after the wedding.
Good.
So, what do you think?
Think about what, Cinderella?
My dress for the ball.
The ball? You?
So funny, every eligible girl is commanded to attend.
I'll do the commanding around here. So, tell me, Lady Cinderella, what will you say to capture the prince?
I won't try to capture him. I'll get to know him. Ask him about himself.
Fascinating. Take my advice, Cinderella, which I give with all my heart. Know your place and be satisfied with it. And your place is here.
You were gonna go to the royal palace in that funky old thing?
Now that's funny.
Now, girls, there's no need to be mean. Cinderella, I think your dress is sweet. It becomes you. It's just that cheap cloth, Cinderella. Like what you're cut from.
This was my mother's dress, and it's beautiful.
Your mother was common, and so is that dress, and so are you.
If my father were alive.
But he's not, is he?
I have as much right to go to the ball as they do.
Right. You have a right? When your father died, everyone said, throw her into the street. After all, she's not your daughter. But no, I've kept you on all these years, sacrificed for you at the expense of my own daughters. And this is the thanks I get.
Have you ever seen a more ungrateful child in your life?
Who are you calling ungrateful?
Sister, you're working my last good nerve.
Girls, I do not want you getting upset. Be a swan, Grace, be a swan. Shoulders back, Joy, and try to live up to your name. There's the royal coach. Girls, this is our big chance. Don't fail me now. And remember, restraint.
Above all else.
Good. Cinderella, the door. To the palace and make it snappy.
Standing by His Highness of all places, and we face the court magnificently clothed. I'm the envy of 1,000 staring faces who have just heard that I am His betrothed. I'm the belle of the ball in my own little corner, all alone. I don't know what to do, Mother. I try so hard to win their affection, but nothing I do is right. Why do they hate me so much? What's wrong with me? Oh, I wish I could go to that ball tonight. I do. I wish it with all of my heart.
I'm your fairy godmother, honey.
You?
You got a problem with that?
No, it's just, well, that I always thought
Let
that...
me guess. A tutu and a magic wand?
Well, yeah, sort of.
Been there, done that.
May I ask you something?
Within reason.
Why have you come? Is it because you heard my wish?
Wishes? Fal-de-rot and fiddle-dee-dee, fiddle-dee-faddle-dee-faddle. All the wishes in the world are poppycock and twaddle.
You don't really believe that, do you? That wishes are poppycock.
Why shouldn't I?
Oh, whenever I dream of having a fairy godmother.
Dreams. Fal-de-rot and fiddle-dee-dee, fiddle-dee-faddle-dee-foodle. All the dreamers in the world are dizzy in the noodle.
So my wishes are poppycock, and I'm crazy for dreaming. With a fairy godmother like that, who needs a stepmother?
You know what her problem is? She can't handle how fabulous you are. Jealousy. That's why they treat you as they do.
But they're my family. They're all I've got.
Trust me, honey. When your daddy remarried, this is not what he had in mind for you.
You speak like you knew him.
I did know him.
And Mother?
Very well.
Was she, my mother, I mean, was she beautiful?
Well, people seem to think so. But your mama never put much stock in beauty. The way you look really isn't something you can take credit or blame for, is it?
I wish I'd known her.
So does she, honey.
I've wished so hard.
Wishes again. Look, everything starts with a wish. But it's what you do with the wish that counts.
So my wish to go to the ball?
Fal-de-rot and fiddle-dee-dee. How would you get there? I suppose one of these pumpkins is going to magically transform into a carriage?
Well, no.
And these mice are going to turn into horses to pull your magic golden carriage.
Of course not. That's impossible.
Well, if you say so. Impossible for a plain yellow pumpkin to become a golden carriage. Impossible for a plain country bumpkin and a prince to join in marriage. And 4 white mice will never be 4 white horses. Such fal-de-rot and fiddle-dee-dee, of course, is impossible. But the world is full of zanies and fools who don't believe in sensible rules and won't believe what sensible people say. And because these daft and dewy-eyed dopes keep building up impossible hopes, impossible things are happening every day. Impossible.
Impossible?
Impossible.
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 But wait, if impossible things are happening every day, then why not my impossible wish? Oh, I wish I could go to that ball tonight. I do. I wish it more than anything in the world. I wish it for every girl who ever wanted to go to a dance and was told she couldn't. I just want all the kind hearts in the universe to just put their heads together.
The kind hearts put their heads together?
You know what I mean. I just want every good soul to hear my wish and know that I'm ready to do everything I can to make it come true.
Impossible for a plain yellow pumpkin to become a golden carriage. Impossible.
But wait.
For a plain country bumpkin and a prince to join in marriage. And 4 white mice will never be 4 white horses.
Oh, why not?
Such fal-de-rot and fiddle-dee-dee, of course, is impossible.
But the world is full of zanies and fools.
Impossible.
Who don't believe in sensible rules.
Impossible.
And won't believe what sensible people say.
Fal-de-rot and fiddle-dee-dee.
And because these daft and dewy-eyed dopes keep building up impossible hopes.
Impossible. Things are happening every...
You know what? If I wanted to go to that ball badly enough, nothing could stop me.
You know what? You're right.
There are bound to be carriages going by. I could catch a ride with one of them.
Of course you can.
I could fix this dress and nothing flat. Thanks.
Cinderella, wait.
Yes?
Now that you're ready to take responsibility for your own destiny,
can wear pajamas. You wanna wear pajamas? This one. Try this one.
It's possible for a plain yellow pumpkin to become a golden carriage. It's possible for a plain country bumpkin and a prince to join in marriage. And four white mice are easily turned to horses. Such fol-de-rol and fiddle-de-dee, of course, is quite possible. For the world is full of zanies and fools who don't believe in sensible rules and won't believe what sensible people say. And because these daft and dewy-eyed dopes keep building up impossible hopes, impossible things are happening every day.
It's possible.
It's possible.
It's possible.
It's possible.
It's possible.
It's possible.
It's possible. Well, I better be going.
Aren't you coming in?
Oh, honey, I've done so many of these dues, I couldn't do another do.
But I'm afraid
Of what?
that I won't fit in, with the other girls.
I was never big on fitting in. I always preferred to stand out.
But nothing in my life has prepared me for a night like this.
Yet everything in your life has led you to this moment. Look around, Cinderella. Your wish has been granted. Now get in there and do something with it.
Thank you for everything.
Cinderella, very important. You must be back before midnight.
For midnight, but all the girls get to stay out late tonight.
Not you.
But,
No more buts. You must be home before midnight.
okay, I will.
And Cinderella, you're as beautiful tonight as your mother ever was.
You're the prettiest girl out there.
Impossible.